Hi guys, welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my holiday gift guide, especially for makeup lovers. Tomorrow I will be sharing a gift guide for everyone. A lot of different categories will be in tomorrow's video, but for today I wanted to keep it specific to makeup and a couple skincare options. So if you have someone in your life that you're shopping for that loves makeup or skincare, hopefully this video can give you guys some ideas. Okay, so I just want to mention that I honestly think gift cards are a really great option for makeup lovers. If you have a makeup lover that's similar to someone like me with a smaller collection who likes to really curate their collection, a gift card could be the best way to go, because while I really tried to give you guys options in this video that are really inclusive to everyone, to where it wouldn't really matter what color you go with, or it just shouldn't leave too much up for question, and I really think that these products are very universal for everyone. That doesn't mean everyone will like them, because makeup preferences are totally different between different people. So as much as I tried to make this to where someone would love anything on this list, you know, everyone has their own preferences. So just keep that in mind. But I honestly think a gift card could be a really great way to go if none of these stand out to you as what someone would like. But I also know that there are people who like more maximal collections, or who don't really want to get a gift card. They want something new to try out. So I will have a lot of suggestions for you here today. But I do think that with gift cards, Ulta is probably my #1 suggestion, because I used to would have suggested Sephora over Ulta because it's more of like a luxury place to shop. If you have a gift card, it can be fun to kind of treat yourself to a product that Sephora sells, but Ulta is now selling Natasha Denona. They sell a couple other high-end brands. So I honestly feel like they're just a little bit more well-rounded. They also have drugstore brands, of course, and their point system is so much better. So to me, I think Ulta kind of trumps Sephora, especially just because of their point system, their sales, and also they just have more brands included on their website. So there might be a couple brands you can't get at Ulta that you can get at Sephora. So if you know that kind of thing of like what the person you're shopping for prefers, definitely go with whichever one you think would be better. But I think a gift card to either Ulta or Sephora would be a really great way to go. If you know the person that you're shopping for also just likes one retailer, like maybe an indie brand's website or a specific brand's website in general, you can also buy a gift card off of there, but it does limit the access for the person to shop from it, because Sephora and Ulta have brick and mortar buildings they can go to, and they also include a lot more brands. So there's just more variety to choose from. So I just wanted to mention that I think gift cards are a really great option, but I do have some specifics for you, and we'll go in order of least expensive to most expensive. I only have one product that is over $50 to talk about today, so these should be a little bit nicer on budgets as well. I know the economy is crazy right now, so I tried to really think about that in all of these gift options. So my first option is under $7. This comes in at $6.99, and this is a primer from Wet n Wild. This is the Glass Correct primer. I have the green one, which says that it's to correct redness. Now, it does help a little bit with redness, but even if the person you're shopping for doesn't have redness on their skin, this is just a beautiful primer. I think it would work really well for all different skin types, whether it's dry skin or oily skin or combination or anything like that. I think that this is just a really great primer for any skin type. It doesn't have a tint to it. It does have a green tint to it, but it doesn't have like a skin tone color tint to it. So it should work for all skin tones. And I honestly just really love this one. I really agree with this being called the Glass Correct, because it honestly does make you look like you have glass skin. I think this is such a beautiful primer. It creates such a great base for any foundation type product that I've ever put over it. And also this would make a really great stocking stuffer if you're looking for something to be kind of like a secondary gift or something like that. If this is someone that you're purchasing several different things for, I think this is a really great product all around, just depending on what you're looking for. But this one being $7, I really don't think you can go wrong, and I really would suggest this to anyone. Okay, the next one that I want to mention is a little bit of a different price point, so it can either be $14 or $23. And I don't actually have this in person. I did used to own this, but this product in particular has been getting so much buzz and hype, and it is the Rare Beauty blush. So this is the liquid blush that everyone's talking about right now. They do have the mini available. It's only in one color, so I will say that the mini for $14, I would suggest if the person that you're buying for has a light or fair skin tone, I would say medium. It could probably be built up to work for a medium skin tone. But if the person you're buying for has a medium to deep skin tone, you might want to look at one of the other shades, which is going to come in the full size price. in the full size product. So the full size retails for $23. So still I think that that's a really good price for a full size blush from Rare Beauty. This blush is just like a cult favorite for everyone. It will last for such a long time too, because it only takes like one dot for your whole cheek, and it's a really good product. I did used to own this, and the mini that I had was like a really tiny mini, and I think that they've made the packaging better, because I've never heard anyone say this, but the one that I had, the product had kind of like mixed up, and so I got a lot of the like oil part out of it versus the pigment part. So I remember that the mini that I had was a little bit questionable, but I have not heard anyone say that with the new mini that's available for purchase now. So I do suggest the formula, because when I could get it to like mix, it was really nice. But I think that that's a really good gift option because they're so hyped up right now. So the makeup lover in your life has probably heard of these, but they do have several different shades for you to choose from. And what I would suggest, if you're just totally blind on what shades to pick up, go to the Sephora website. I'm gonna have all of these linked down below in the description for you guys, by the way. So click the link in there, scroll to where you can see swatches of them. You can also see swatches on different skin tones, so you can really compare it kind of similarly to the person you're buying for's skin tone and kind of see what the shades look like on the arm swatches. You really can't go wrong, so I honestly think you could just pick one that you think looks good. Okay, my next gift option is going to vary in price, but it's to go with thrifting and pick up something for your makeup lover, friend, or whoever. So this piece I actually did thrift. I paid about $2 for it, I think, and I hold my lip liners in it. So this could be a really inexpensive gift at a thrift store or even an antique store. You could probably find something like this for less than $10. So I honestly just feel like this is such a good gift idea. You can kind of go around and look for any sort of small container like this where you feel like your friend would like, maybe in their favorite sort of a color scheme, or if you know if they like gold or silver, you could look for something like that. There's so many different little containers at thrift stores and things, and it's really fun to be able to use this for my lip liners. I love having it on my vanity. Now, this one is not thrifted, but you can find things like this thrifted all the time. So something like this also would just be a really good gift for brushes. There are brush holders you can buy that are meant for brushes, but honestly, I think sometimes just buying something that could work for brushes but isn't necessarily meant for that sometimes honestly works better. Like, I can give you guys an example. This one is actually meant for brushes, and this one's not really, but it works for them. And I think this one is so much cuter, but you can find something thrifted like this so many different places. I think this is just such a thoughtful gift because you can actually, you know, spend a little bit of time walking through a thrift store and pick out something that reminds you of your friend that you're buying for. And I honestly just think that this would be a really good gift. I would be happy if someone went and got me a thrifted piece for my makeup products. And if it doesn't work for their makeup, they could always use it for something else. So of course that's gonna vary in price, but as far as like my thrifting knowledge and what I see around, I would say it would cost less than $10. And if you go to an antique store, it might cost maybe $15 tops, but like I said, I think I got that one for about $2. So I guess that one was kind of backwards with the Rare Beauty Mini being $14, but since the thrifted piece could vary so much, I just wanted to kind of throw that in towards the least expensive part of the list. Okay, next up, this is another one that you can get in 2 different size options. So this is the Glow Recipe Plum, oh my gosh, this is so hard to say. This is the moisturizer from Glow Recipe that I've been obsessed with. It's their Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream. That is so much of a tongue twister to say. Mine is completely empty. I have totally used this up. You guys will see this in my next empties video, but this is the full size. Now, full disclosure, this product itself was sent to me in PR, but I will repurchase the refill for this because it is so, so good. Again, this is a product I think would work for anyone, no matter their different skin type. It's more of a lightweight consistency. It does have the most subtle fragrance, but honestly, I don't even notice it when I'm putting it on, which says a lot because I do have a sensitivity to fragrances. I would suggest this even knowing that I am sensitive to fragrances. It's very, very subtle, like a plum scent, and it's really not noticeable like at all. So you can pick up a mini size of this for $21, or you can pick up this full size for $39, which the cool thing about the full size is that now that I've used this up, I can actually just pop out this little purple part, the lid down, and I can pop this part out and I will be able to just purchase the refill, which would be this, and then it would go into the container. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm definitely going to be holding on to this component or the packaging so that I can refill it, because this is such a good product. It's a really great daytime moisturizer for dry skin, but honestly, I think you could use it anytime, morning or night, and I think this would work for anyone, no matter their different skin type. It's just a really, really great product. It's high end, so it's going to be a nice kind of more luxurious gift to give, even in that smaller size. I think this is a really great option. So it just so happens that my next recommendation is also skincare. So this is a duo from Tatcha. I've actually purchased this for myself before. I have now gone through 3 of these products. So the first ones I used up as a birthday gift from Sephora, and then I actually ended up purchasing this set for myself, and I've used it up as well. So this is the Tatcha Moisturizer and Face Wash Duo. I'll put a picture up of it here. This is so good. This duo is going to be 2 different mini products, and it does retail for $27, which seems high for 2 mini products, but they're very high-end products, and honestly, they're so good. So the face wash itself has been one of my favorites. I actually just placed an order to hopefully find some dupes for that. So come back later if you guys need a dupe, if you've fallen in love with it. But as far as giving this as a gift, I think that this is the way to go, this nice little gift set. Again, I think it would work for any different skin type. This rice wash, a face cleanser, left my skin feeling the most clean of any face wash I think I've ever used, but it doesn't make my skin feel stripped. It doesn't hurt my sensitive skin or make it irritated at all. It is just the best. It's the best face wash I've ever used, and it is pricey. The full size is like $40. So getting this for $27 with the 2 minis is just a really nice way to gift someone the gift of a luxury skincare product that they can enjoy and, you know, enjoy the process of using it up. And then of course they could decide if they wanted to purchase it after that. But honestly, I think this is such a good gift. And the moisturizer is also so good, especially for dry skin, but I do feel like it would still work for different skin types as well. I just think this is such a great gift. It's a really, really great option, especially under that $30 price tag. Okay, I've got one more that's under the $30 price tag. So for $28, this is such a good deal in my opinion. You can get this gift set that has these mascaras in it. So it's gonna come with 5 different mascaras. This is called the Sephora Favorites Mini Holiday Lashstash To Go Mascara Set. So like I said, this is going to come with 5 different mascaras. Now I have not tried all 5 of these, but the beauty of giving this as a gift is honestly like a 2-in-1. So for $28, you are getting a pretty good value. Online it says it's a $52 value. I would say that's probably on par, because usually those little mini mascaras are about $10 or $11 a piece. So I think that that actually sounds right without really looking it up and doing the math, but just based on, you know, what I know, I think that that's about right for the value. So you're getting a good deal on it, which is great. But then you're gifting it. Now they're gonna have 5 different mini mascaras to try out, which is just incredible, because mascaras can take quite a long time to use up. And it's nice to have different mini options to try out. So that's really cool in and of itself, but the best part about this is that it comes with a voucher. So the voucher is going to allow the person that you've gifted these to, once they've tried all 5 of them, or if they already know their favorite is in there, they can take this voucher to Sephora and they can get a free full size of the mascara that they choose that comes from this set. So they'll be able to choose one of the 5 from this set of minis and get the full size of it. So that is such a good value. And so while they're saying that this is a $52 value for $28, these little mini mascaras, like I said, they sell for about $10 or $11 each. So the value is already there. But then on top of that, you're also getting an extra mascara. And some of these mascaras retail for like $30. So anywhere from like, I would say $25 to $30 is going to be the price for a full size. So honestly, I think that this is such a good gift to give. Even if they end up not liking 1 or 2 of them, hopefully they will at least like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of them. And it's just a really nice way to try some mascaras that you might not have tried before. So I'm really a big fan of this. So I think that that's such a good gift. And also just with those gifts in general, if you can find one that has a voucher, to me, I think that just makes a better gift, because then the person you've gifted it to can choose exactly what they want and get the full size of that one. Okay, so now we're getting up above that $30 price range. So for $35, I would recommend picking up the Charlotte Tilbury or a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. So I have actually gifted this so many different times to different people. I think it's such a great gift. I typically will get the lipstick and then maybe something that's small with it, like an eye mask or like little under eye patches or something like that to kind of go along with it. And I think that that's a really great kind of well-rounded little gift, so it doesn't feel like you're just giving them like one single lipstick if you want it to be a little bit more robust than that. So when you're looking at the different shades, there are a ton of different options, but I will say that for me, the shade Pillow Talk is just my favorite. Now, I do have more fair skin, so the original Pillow Talk works better for me, but they do have a deeper Pillow Talk called Pillow Talk Medium. I think they have one called Pillow Talk Intense as well, which is even deeper than the other two. So depending on what the skin tone is of your friend, you might want to consider that, because if they have a deeper skin tone, the original Pillow Talk might be a little bit light. Of course, they could still wear it. I would think that maybe the Pillow Talk Medium would be great if you have a friend that has medium to deep skin tones. And then if you have someone with fair to medium skin tones, maybe go with the original Pillow Talk. Another great way to kind of go about this is if you happen to be able to go to the Sephora store and you want to pick out a shade for them, but you want it to be a surprise. They have a ton of employees that work there, so you might could find an employee that has a similar skin tone to your friend and ask them what they like, or you can also just ask anyone that works there, like, hey, what would you recommend as a shade? And then they can probably point you in the right direction. So I think that this is a really great option to go for. I love the shade Pillow Talk, but definitely keep in mind that there is the deeper option for that shade. I also think that mixing and matching any of these that I'm mentioning today would just be such a fun way to kind of make a more well-rounded gift. So like I mentioned, if you need something to kind of add on, you could also include something like under eye patches. I'll link some of those below for you that I like. I think that those would be a really fun, or like a lip mask, or there's always just like little kind of stocking stuffer things that you can add in with something and kind of make it a little bit more special if you're looking to do that. Okay, I've got 2 more gift options for you guys. We are getting to the more expensive price tags. So this next one is at $38. This one's also from Charlotte Tilbury, but this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is so good, you guys. I am almost completely out of mine, as you can see. So that's how you know it's a favorite. I also have a travel size of this one. So the full size of this is $38, but there are travel sizes if you wanted to get that more affordable option as well. I think that'd be a great option. But this is such a good setting spray. It has an amazing fragrance to it. It's not overpowering at all. It's never hurt my head or gave me a headache. I don't think that it's overpowering or aggressive at all. I think it smells super nice and just kind of fresh. And I honestly think that, again, this would work for anyone. This says that it primes and sets for up to 16 hours. I don't know about the 16-hour claim, but this does help my makeup last a lot longer than it does when I don't wear it. It helps my makeup just melt into place and then set in place. So I honestly really, really recommend this if you're looking for a gift for a makeup lover, especially from around that $40 price tag. It is pricey, so it's a really nice gift to receive. But again, remember that there is a travel size if you want to look at that option. Okay, then I was gonna leave the gift guide at that, but I do want to include an eyeshadow palette, and I wanted it to be a special eyeshadow palette. So the one I'm going to suggest retails for $56. So this is gonna be our most expensive option, but in general, I would just like direct you to this brand for eyeshadow. So this is from an indie brand called Sydney Grace. This is the Unbreakable Bond palette specifically. Now, this is the only palette I've ever tried personally from Sydney Grace, but they have the prettiest palettes ever. So I will go ahead and link a few of them below that I think look beautiful. I have heard nothing but good things about the formula as a whole. I've never heard of any duds from the brand. So I do feel confident suggesting some of their other palettes to you guys. I don't think you can go wrong. I do like their face palette as well. The tones in the face palette have not been my absolute favorite, so that's not going to be mentioned in this video in particular. But if you're looking for an eyeshadow palette, I think this is a perfect way to go. And like I mentioned, I'll link a couple other ones below that I think would be great gifting options. I'm going to stick to more neutrals for that because I don't know if the person you're buying for likes more colorful stuff, but definitely feel free to check out their website as a whole because they've got a ton of options. But like I said, this one's called the Unbreakable Bond palette. I honestly think that this is just such a well-rounded palette. I do want to mention too that this is the light version. They do offer a light version and a deep version. So in the deep version, a couple of these matte shades will have been swapped out for a deeper version of the same matte shade. So depending on who you're shopping for and what their preferences are, I think that that's great. It's just 2 different options, a light option or a darker option. So Like I said, this one is so well rounded. I think it's such a beautiful palette. You've got these perfect kind of more light neutral tones. I like how these are in like neutral brown tones. You've also got your pinks to kind of give you a different sort of a look. Of course, you've got this blue matte shade as well. And then as far as the shimmer shades go, they give you a really well-rounded neutral option, I feel like. So you've got this cool tone kind of gunmetal silvery blue shade. You've got a couple different golds that have different undertones. This more like peachy sort of a color. You've got a cranberry, and then you've got a light pink. Honestly, I think that this palette is so well-rounded. Sydney Grace's formula is just top notch. And I know for me that this was a brand it took me a long time to pick up because it's an indie brand. You have to order from their website and it's expensive. It's $56. But if you're looking for that kind of splurge sort of a product for the person you're shopping for, I don't think you can go wrong with this. And I just really want to try more from the brand eventually. I think that they have the best eyeshadow formula, like probably across the board from any that I've tried. This is definitely like top 3 of my favorite formulas. No doubt. So good. I really, really love this palette, and I would suggest it if you're looking for something in that price range. But those are all of the gift ideas I have for you guys that are makeup related. I hope that I gave you guys a pretty good spread of options. I also ended up adding one in there that was even under $5 with those eye masks. I'm gonna have everything linked down below that I mentioned so you guys can easily click the links and shop around if you're looking for any of these. So I hope that that will help you guys find them and you won't have to go search them on your own and figure out what I'm talking about. I honestly feel like any of the products I just mentioned would work for anyone that you're shopping for as long as they love makeup and some skincare. I really don't think you can go wrong with anything on this list. So I hope that this list was helpful for you guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be back tomorrow to share some more gift ideas with you. So definitely stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.